Okay, but anyway, moving on. So starting from this episode, I believe, we learned that we probably shouldn't have the lamp on when we're recording this because if you guys remember with some of the other videos, you can see the light reflecting off the TV, and
Yeah.
this is the point where we just stopped turning the lamp on and decided to be in the darkness. Unfortunately, we didn't really adjust to it because I think Josh in particular was like getting pretty sleepy during this. But I think the reason why behind it too is because I think earlier that day I think it was snow day.
Yeah.
Like we went bowling that sort of thing. We're like pretty immensely exhausted going into this.
Yeah.
And yeah, it kind of led to this whole series of episodes. And yeah, do you remember that, Josh?
I do. I think you were right, honestly. Like, it was like getting late. I think wasn't it around like 10 p.m. and like you had the lights off, and it was like we were all just like getting sleepy.
I think it was earlier in the day, but even then, like I said, lights are off.
Oh yeah.
Lights are off. Like we had a pretty eventful day. Just the energy wasn't there.
No.
With a couple exceptions, mind you. Like for instance, in Disintegrations here.
Aboard the Gametrain, boys.
I don't know if you remember this, Steven, but like you really like that song Post Malone, Congratulations, and you like I can play a clip here too because something really bad happens and at what point I don't remember exactly which part it was. Give me 1 second. Okay, here we go. So he's like that was the song you were playing.
Just what he said. Don't do backflips.
Alright. I don't know if you guys remember that moment or not, but that was pretty funny.
Yeah, I think it had something to do with like I can't understand myself too well there, but I think it was like a parody of that because I started doing parodies of stuff instead of playing clips, and I think I was saying something about disintegration there.
Yeah, because when Mario dies on level, he literally disintegrates. So, but yeah,
disintegration.
But I'm pretty sure both this episode and this one were in the same recording session. So, well, we'll get there in a second because because Jaws reference this one's also pretty popular too because Jaws is the name. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
But the only real episode. But the one episode in particular that I really liked from this episode, and probably my favorite of the original Galaxy Let's Play, is Josh's Secret Life. Mainly because of this episode in particular, we were still trying to help Josh wake up, and I figured, hey, don't want you to tell a story, but story, and like okay, and like the whole episode is pretty much you trying to tell that story, and Josh and Steven and I were like kind of messing it up essentially, and it eventually lets a moment where, like you said, your mom went too far, and like Steve and I just started bursting out laughing. See if I remember. See if I can pull it up real quick. Is that sorry?
Yeah.
It's okay if I pull out the moment.
If you want.
All right, so let's see here. I think it was around here.
I may need to call me, brother. I may need to call upon this melon at any time. Okay.
Me and my mother went a little too far. And,
Oh. Wait, Josh. Since you took Karen to winter formal last year, would that make her jealous?
Whoa.
Okay, I don't know where my question came from there.
Yeah.
But
That
My mom
sounds way weirder than it was back then.
Yeah.
yeah.
I think it lets. Sorry, go ahead.
Was that right next to you need a melon, Josh? Because I
No.
said something about the melon at all costs.
No, that was the recording session after that. And I think, well, because you need a melon, Josh is still fresh in your mind, given that. But it led to why I consider my favorite joke from Steven, and I still laugh to this day because like I don't know exactly which moment it was in this video, but like I know like Josh, you're like getting close to Steven, and Steven's like, "No, get away from me!" And I'm like, "I don't want your melons, Josh." I'm still laughing at moment to this day. I don't remember which part of the poem. Let me see if I can figure it out. Well, give me a second.
It's the first time Frank and I have laughed this hard for the same time.
Oh, I can't breathe.
And I think Josh is scarred for life again.
Oh, boy.
Look at that.
Whoa. Oh my gosh.
We had a nice time. It was a little too
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Enough, Josh.
Whoa.
Enough. You're going to make me put something out.
Hey, Frank. Now we understand.
All right, hold on. I think we're past it. Hold on. But I don't remember exactly which part of the video it was. Actually, it might be earlier. Hold on.
Hey, look at that. We earned a star.
Yeah.
No! Get off of me.
Here it
You went
is.
too far with your mom and sister. I'm not gonna go far with me.
Oh,
I don't
no.
want those incestuous germs.
I don't want your melons, Josh.
Yeah, that was the moment that makes me crack up to this day. I just want to relive that real quick. You guys, anything else you want to say about it?
I think it was a little weird that Steve was talking about my mom and sister looking back.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like I said, I think we were talking about like why you can lick Sinner or something like that, and
Yeah.
I think it was like this moment. But yeah, that was kind of a show. High school boys just making like trying to make fun of let out something. I don't know.
Yeah.
But anyway,
Taking a Mount Nevermore.
yeah, that's that sort of thing. Anyway, the next episode I don't want to talk about here because these ones don't have a whole lot going for them. Is this one? This one, Steve, remember correctly, this is the one where you sang the entire episode.
Blasted thing.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, the whole 10-minute video, which is actually 10 minutes exact. I'm not looking at it. You sang the entire thing through, and I was actually, after you watch, I was actually kind of impressed. Like, do you remember how it was and how hard it was trying to like keep the song going?
Yes. So, I think at this point, we'd reached Senor's Spanish class where I was El Conductor. And so, since it's a Post Malone song with disintegrations and stuff,
Yeah.
this went back to that. So, it was Post Conductor.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Do you remember with Josh?
I do, but there's not really much. I think this episode speaks for itself.
Yeah, pretty much.
Or sings for itself.
Sings for itself, yes. Okay, but then after that, there we go. Yep. After that, this was, I remember correctly, this recording session happened after the DR trip.
Yeah.
And like, I know in this moment in particular, we talked about like my infamous DR moment where is that a new server there?
Oh no!
Both that
Yeah.
and that ghost, I'll never live down. But
Yeah.
So, I can't say consistently, but you know that I am the designated bell ringer at my church.
yeah.
And it's a chord just like that. So every
Yeah.
once in a while, I think of that moment when I'm ringing.
Yeah.
Sen, do you still remember with Josh?
I remember it very well. These were some of, I think, our better episodes after the DR, to be honest with you. Yeah.
Because by this point, all three of us probably found our voice regarding the channel. And
Yeah.
And I kind of do agree. I mean, granted, there's not really a whole lot of substantial things happening in these episodes, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But I like after listening back on them, like I forgot how good we were at improv in these situations. Granted, we're still rough around the edges, but it was getting better than what was beforehand.
Yeah.
Improv, go.
Improv, yeah, go. I remember that. All right, so this video, I don't know how in the world this video is, but it is to this day still our most viewed video on this channel. And
Uh-oh.
1.1 what? Really?
I know, yeah. It's the only one in the thousands, and it's our most still to this day the most viewed video on the channel. And while I have notes here to say it, like it's a good episode. I does not like anything super iconic about it.
Well, I think that this one, if I remember right, this is the one that I think I remember the most too. I think it was the one where I think I kept repeatedly dying, and you were like getting really enraged.
No, it's actually surprisingly is not. I mean, granted, I was mildly annoyed, but I wouldn't say I was enraged. Because it was like towards the end, essentially, because this video was going on for a pretty long time. It was this section in particular you were dying to over and over again, and
Yeah.
I was kind of annoyed, but I wouldn't say I was like it's not like this is the same rage as this episode in particular.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I guess outside of that, and also just another game over being, I guess, a popular buzzword on YouTube. I guess that's why it became popular. But
Well, I think that might be why it went viral, because it was like another game over is I think it was trending at the time.
and we just hopped in that trend. Unfortunately, this video did not translate the rest of the views of the rest of the videos, unfortunately. But hey, if it did, we could have had something cooking, I guess. But yeah. And outside of that, there wasn't really that much else happening that's super notable to talk about in these episodes. This was the last recording session for the actual last one, like the penultimate one, essentially. Is there anything you guys want to go over in those ones?
Well, I think my favorite personal episodes we did were the ones in the fire world, just because it added a new element to it.
That element being
Like, it was just like fire, and like, I don't know, I think personally, like, in terms of the whole like Super Mario Galaxy like Let's Play, I think honestly the fire episodes are the most fun, just me personally. It also gets more intense as you get toward the end.
yeah, I see what you're saying. What about you, Steven?
Yeah. What's the? I'm getting the cart in front of the horse here. What does that episode say down there? Late arrivals and somethingism.
Bunnyism. All right.
What was that in reference to? The bunnyism.
Because I was doing the snow cap level,
Boys on your hobo, Frank.
and like there was like these screw I was going to catch. I remember the moment particularly. And it was like I want to say it was here. Here we go.
The Bunny Trinity.
The Bunny Trinity, we called it.
Let's see. The hair, hopper, and hair. No, Pete. And the name of the nibbler, the hopper. Hopper and the hair. I pronounce you. In the name of the Peter. I pronounce you Patrick. What? Patrick.
All right, you get the idea. So pretty much like I think because the bunny said like we lost, like we as like symbiotes, I guess. Steve and I were making a joke of like, hey, that's a new religion. So we're just like saying like the name of the hair nibbler, the hobbler, the hair, or something like that. And be careful how you say nibbler, but
Well,
go ahead.
I think that's been the original.
I think that was the episode where we all were like chasing the bunny around the whole like Let's Play, and like I think we chased that bunny for like a literal hour without getting it.
Oh, they take the whole video, so yes.
I think this might have been around the time that the original That's Modalism Patrick video came out. And that's where we got Patrick and the
Yeah.
three parts idea.
Yeah, I remember that. It was like I think it was like 11th grade Bible class, was it?
Yeah.
Yeah, but anyway, yeah, that's what that kind of the episode had entailed. As for these last videos, this is pretty much like I said, the last recording session regarding from the final level with Bowser to the whole purple coin fiasco. uh, Unfortunately, the finale, surprisingly, for it being the finale, there wasn't really a whole lot I noticed that we're talking about outside of. I don't know why I have this question here, but it says, "Is Josh gay?" But,
Yeah.
but
Well, there is a backstory to that. Like, at first, like, I thought that Chris Bartley, he was never on the channel, but I thought he was gay. And then when he left our friend group, you two thought that I was gay.
Yeah, that actually became a whole recurring joke in the Let's Play.
Yeah.
Once again, just sorry, go ahead. Oh, quack! I thought they were going to say something. Yeah, but like I said, making a whole recurring joke that just goes to show just like teenage boys just taking like gay is funny and just running with it sort of thing.
Yeah. Well, that was back when you could actually joke about that. Like, now we would be canceled into oblivion.
Yeah, I can still joke. Yeah, I can still joke about it. Fuck the cancel culture. But anyway, outside of that, of course, I also made a joke about in my notes, like regarding remember that the ending of Rise of Skywalker, like where the I think it was the X-wing flyer said somehow Palpatine returned, and I just said somehow Bowser returned, but yeah. Anyway, purple coins. Do you guys remember purple coins?
No.
All right, so I might as well show this one real quick because there's like three moments in particular I want to talk about. Actually, no, four moments I want to talk about. So Rebellious Engines.
We had better.
Sorry, go ahead.
We had better skip this one. This one was almost embarrassing.
Okay, I'll just briefly mention it. I'll just briefly mention it then. But yeah, it's something you did very early in the episode, and it became the whole episode's theme. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
But anyway, the other one we'll talk about too is I don't know if you guys know this, but there's a lost episode between both Nomo and Franklin loses it, and
Really?
yeah, it was when I was doing the Seaside Purple Coins thing, and I don't remember what we talked about, but I remember it being comedy gold.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that video is forever lost. So I was going to start asking you guys, what do you think happened during that episode? Because like I can tell you right now, building up to that, like it started off like you guys about the DR thing again, and then all of a sudden you start like trying to find different words that how play together. And
Imagine if that would have been the one episode to go viral.
instead of another game over, yeah.
Yeah.
If that was the one, yeah. And then I kick myself to this day knowing that video is never going to be able to resurface.
Yeah.
But anyway, I can tell you what the aftermath led to, though. The aftermath of that episode. And before you begin, it's not a rage episode. This is an infamous right here, I believe.
25 cast news alert. Go to the basement. Oh, wait, we are in the basement.
Wait, news alert?
What?
Yeah, I forgot to that Joker laugh.
Oh my god.
That was the aftermath of it, I guess.
I'm not gonna lie, that's a little fun.
What do you say, Josh?
I just said it's a little cringe-worthy.
Yeah. Because I don't know why, because like you said news alert, and all of a sudden my brain just thought, hey, it's super funny, let's laugh. But
Yeah.
That seems like a thing I'd miss here nowadays still too. Or honestly, myself or Josh, but I feel like that mishearing could happen, but why? I mean, it was funny, but why you found it that funny, I don't know.
Yeah. I wondered a lot of that back then. Like, why is he like... You had some wild emotions back then.
It's a thing called being on the spectrum. But yeah, like I said, I think what happened too is like that lost episode. I don't exactly remember what happened, but like I knew it was like I guess it was kind of funny, but I was trying to be restrained about it for some reason.
Yeah,
And I guess News Alert was like the straw that brought the camel's back, essentially. And
yeah.
yeah,
I know at one point for me, I didn't know what I was actually laughing more at. Some of the jokes that Josh was making or the way Frank was laughing at them.
yeah, yeah.
I think I was laughing not at my own jokes, but at Frank. But it was more like almost like I don't know how to explain it, but
Yeah. I'd say that regarding these last two episodes, Creepy Tornado Sirens is our second most viewed video on this Let's Play.
Oh, yeah.
Not a channel, but it's Let's Play.
really,
Yeah, but once again, I think it's our case like another Game Over where it was a pretty easy word to type in, and well, it's not exactly the most viewed video on our channel, but it's the second most viewed in this Let's Play. So I thought that was a pretty neat fact.
If you had spent more time on the titles, it might have gone viral. Like if you had picked like viral title heads, maybe we could have gotten more views.
Yeah.
Or hashtags and all that stuff.
I think this is before hashtags. I think, or now I don't know when hashtags came in, but yeah. I in retrospect probably should have done that too because for reference, I was the one mostly uploading these videos and titling, putting descriptions, all that stuff. And like usually in my mind back then, I thought I should probably make a title that helps explain what the video's about.
Yeah.
And in retrospect, if I want to put in the popular poll that is YouTube, like the random algorithm that is YouTube, I probably should have just done like more catchy, clickable titles.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is what it is.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
like my sister.
Sorry, go ahead.
My sister has a TikTok, and like she's posted a bunch of videos, and like none of them have gone. But the one video that did go viral was just this random trend she had hopped on. Like it was just completely random. It's like it's not even about like the videos per se. It's almost more about how you market the video to the algorithm.
Yeah, and that's kind of like the big struggle that is becoming a YouTuber. And the unfortunate thing about it too is what I also learned is that even if you do have all of that, you're still at the whim of YouTube's algorithm.
Exactly.
And like you still gotta be different enough to like say why should I watch your video over like the same person who's in the same thing, essentially.
Yeah.
And that's something we probably should have done more research on regarding Gametrain.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess with knowledge, we probably would have done that better nowadays. But yeah. But anyway, this pretty much relates to the finale. Where, to be honest with you, not really a whole lot happened in this episode. Really, I mean, my notes were much like more placating towards the rest of the entire playthrough of at least what you remember of it. So I guess we'll begin with our closing thoughts. I'll start with you, Josh. What would you say? How would you feel about this Let's Play nowadays when now it's in the rearview mirror or something like that?
Well, first of all, I thought it was funny that you titled the last episodes the grandest of finales, even though I think you were being sarcastic, right?
I was more so trying to play into that and because I never like the star name for the last star was like the grand finale or something like that, and I was thinking I'll just play that.
Yeah. But I think the biggest takeaway I had was the whole thing was a learning experience. Like, we didn't get it perfect the first time, but it's still fun to like go and play an old game we loved, and like, if we were to do it all over again, like we would be ready. So for any of the viewers, like, don't make the same mistakes that we made.
Yeah, essentially. What about you, Steven?
Oh, yeah. definitely could have been a lot better, but hey, we are able to laugh at our mistakes and learn from stuff.
Yeah.
And it's its own style in
Yeah.
a way. I mean, I almost feel as if
Yeah.
you could have uh,
Yeah.
modern day, much better playthrough, and then you could just have
Yeah.
that to like make mockery of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause for me personally, I agree with Joshua. Like I say, this was a huge learning experience. And while it's one, I will say it's entertaining, and I do, once again I do kind of get nostalgic for it because like this was something we did do. But
Yeah.
unfortunately, like I said, while I do find it entertaining and all of that, I do think I learned a lot about myself during this whole
Yeah.
process. And rewatching and
Yeah.
watching and learning how where I was regarding our first Let's Play, I'm thinking I'm glad I learned a lot from this. Otherwise, I would have just kept doing this the entire way through and wouldn't be wouldn't really be that interesting going forward. It'd just be more concerning than anything else. But I still find some of the bits enjoyable. Unfortunately, due its rough around the edges and how I don't like how it's presented. At least how I present myself. I'm not the biggest fan of this Let's Play, if you ask me. But regardless, I still find some parts of it enjoyable, and yeah. And I guess the end it
Yeah.
off is any favorite moments, any bad moments, any moment you want to like say that you really liked about it, or yeah,
Honestly, if I'm being perfectly honest, my favorite moment of the whole, I guess there were a few episodes where it was like fun. We actually like, we're getting through the episode and it was like, but I think honestly, like, I think I had more fun just dreaming about like how big our channel was gonna get and than actually playing it out. But
yeah.
yeah,
What about you?
Well,
Yeah,
we we had the idea of what was what our plan was on things, and we may have taken a different format and come in second place, but we were doing so well.
uh, yeah. There it is. Honestly, if you ask me, it's a tie between that and I don't want your melons, Josh. That's my favorite moment of this Let's Play.
I
Yeah.
completely forgot that.
Yeah,
the you had an even dirtier mind back then than you do now, and that's saying something.
that is really
I
saying
did?
something. No, it's on me.
No, Frank did. You
Oh.
you have a very pure mind.
Yeah, I mean, great. I wouldn't say I've gotten that much cleaner since then, but
You've gotten more refined, not cleaner.
exactly. I became a lot more like woody about it instead of just saying "huh, melons" or something like that. All right. Well, that was the entire Galaxy playthrough. While we didn't tackle every moment, we tackled most of the big ones. I don't know if there's any moment you wanted to really tackle in particular before we go off, but yeah.
Well, for you few Gametrain viewers who may still be out there, you now know some of our thoughts on the most iconic and favorite moments, but if you got something we didn't bring up, by all means, mention it. We'd like to know your thoughts.
Yeah. It's surprising, despite the break, only lost one subscriber, which is I found weird.
Yeah. And in the future, if this video goes viral for some reason, because the new Galaxy movie came out and everyone wants to do a new Let's Play, you can learn from what we did, sort of. Yeah.
Yeah. And if you didn't enjoy, sorry, go ahead.
To paraphrase an instruction of Josh that became famous in this, when you're about to do what we did, don't do it.
Exactly. Learn from us. We are the trailblazers, essentially.
Yeah.
But anyway,
We did do a how to, a how not to.
how not to fail Let's Plays. Yes. But anyway, yeah. While rough around the edges, it definitely was something I felt nostalgic over just looking over again. And while yes, I may not be the biggest fan of it, I can't look at Super Mario Galaxy the same after its Let's Plays.
Yeah.
But anyway, I hope you guys looking forward to the Super Mario Galaxy movie. I'm not sure about these two, but I know I'm looking forward myself. And,
Well,
sorry.
of course, we're looking forward to it, and I might even go see it.
Yeah. I did you see the first movie yet?
No, I didn't see that.
I recommend you probably should. It's like an hour and a half long. Shouldn't take it that long. But yeah.
No.
But anyway, thank you all for watching. Go ahead and say your closing remarks, if you have any.
Well,
Go
all I
ahead.
can say is we learned from our mistakes, so that's an accomplishment.
Yeah. I guess I'm enough saying this. This has been the Game Train. I've been your hobo Franklin.
And the now authentic conductor, Steven.
And I guess Josh, from 8 years ago.
And we'll see you out on the gaming rail. Bye bye.